Everybody, Aaron Dillon here, Managing Director of AG Dillon & Co. We're a venture capital firm focused on pre-IPO companies with investment funds for individual investors, family offices, financial advisors, and institutional investors. All right, so I got a pre-IPO company update for you here for the week ending 31 March 2023. Today we'll hit on big company news, large capital raises, and individual pre-IPO stock performance update. All right, let's dive in. So Chinese AI companies are commanding big valuations and are attracting a lot of capital from U.S. investors. But China AI companies must adhere to Chinese government regulations. So this means that they're limited on the data sets available for them to train their AI models. So there may be some big differences kind of down the road in the performance of China AI solutions and the rest of the world's AI solutions. Sequoia is invested in a new company by Yang Zhilin, excuse me if I pronounced that name wrong, a Google and Meta AI Lab alum who previously founded Recurrent AI, an AI solution for Chinese-based sales teams, and Matrix, a San Francisco VC firm, and Qiming, a Boston VC firm, funded Frontis, a ChatGPT solution, solution for Chinese users as well. A great example of the big valuations being commanded by these Chinese AI firms are Minimax. It's another kind of China-focused ChatGPT-like solution. It's only 16 months old and currently raising $100 million at $1 billion valuation, up from its last round of $500 million valuation just less than a year ago. So it's huge growth, right? All right, Crunchbase Research published some research on startup capital raises this week. Global startups raised $76 billion in Q1 2023 versus $162 billion in Q1 of 2022. So that's down 113% year over year. That's a big swing. The $76 billion in Q1 of 23 also includes 10 million raised by OpenAI, 10 billion raised by OpenAI and 6.5 billion raised by Stripe. So it's even worse if you back those two back out that 16.5 billion. And there was a slowdown in funding across all stages. Capital invested in seed deals were down 44%, while late stage deals dropped 54%. So it's bad across the board. AI startups accounted for about 20% of the capital invested in the quarter, which is new. So the AI are commanding a lot of the capital. Klaviyo, a marketing software company, has hired Goldman Sachs to explore an IPO, which is pretty nuanced here in 2023. The IPO could take place as soon as September. Klaviyo helps companies send marketing emails and text messages. The company saw a surge in demand for its products following Apple's 2022 changes that tightened up the third-party access to customer data, which has made some of it more difficult for online sellers to reach shoppers through digital ads. Klaviyo last primary round was in July of 2022 and raised $100 million from Shopify and Cross Creek Advisors. The valuation was not disclosed, but the company posted a $9.5 billion valuation in May of 2021 funding round. Klaviyo delivered $575 million in 2022 recurring revenue. All right, a quick note on ByteDance, the Chinese owner of TikTok. The company generated more than $80 billion in annual revenue in 2022. This is a private tech growth company. That is a huge number. That's up 30% from $60 billion in 2021. A substantial majority of ByteDance's revenue growth came from its core advertising business in mainland China, not the US. So it'd be interesting to see if this kind of small relative size of the U.S. TikTok revenue impacts its, the U.S. government request for it to, or demand, I should say, for it to divest the U.S. TikTok business. And okay, Instacart, the grocery delivery company, increased its internal valuation by 18% this week to $12 billion. This follows 4 consecutive internal valuation decreases in 2022. Instacart has a quarterly 409A valuation process. 409A is like a IRS requirement to value your company stock if you have an employee stock option plan, which most private tech companies do. The recent valuation gives Instacart a 4.8x revenue multiple. Instacart revenue was $2.5 billion in 2022. The company turned a profit in the fourth quarter of 22 as well. All right, big company raises for the week. We got 2 new unicorns this week. Were minted. Ledger is a crypto hardware wallet company, raised $452 million Series C at a $3.8 billion valuation. That's a 1,288% increase from its $275 million valuation Series B in April of 19. That's like 49 months ago. So what is that, like 4 years ago? T10 Holdings led, and that's just a monster increase. And it's a bit obvious with all the crypto exchanges issues and bankruptcy issues happening over the past month. So hats off to the folks at Ledger. And Cart.com, who provides tools and solutions for online businesses, raised a $38 million Series C at a $1.6 billion valuation, a 312% increase from its $398 million valuation Series B in August of 2021, 20 months ago. Investors weren't disclosed. And last up, let's talk pre-IPO stock performance for the week. Pre-IPO stocks were down 2.04% for the week versus the S&P 500, which was up 3.43%. That's a 5% swing in 1 week. That's not great for pre-IPO stocks. Year to date, pre-IPO stocks are still trail the S&P by now almost 17%. Not much movement in the year-to-date numbers on a company level. OpenSea and Kraken still lead 36% up and 11% up respectively. Flexport, Discord, Airtable, Epic Games, and Chime continue to be down over 20%. Chime's down 38% year-to-date. Stripe was up 11% this past week. Chime and Discord and Databricks were all down 9%, 10%, and 13% respectively. All right, let's end it there for the week. If you have any pre-IPO stock research needs, please reach out. I'd love to dive in with you. We also have 2 funds available for investment right now. SpaceX only exposure at agdillon.com/SpaceX is the one I'll highlight this week. It's the big rocket Starship is coming soon. They're supposed to be doing their first orbital test this week, and their internet satellite company Starlink is scaling super fast. So it's a great entry point, in our opinion, to get into SpaceX. We've raised just over $3 million to date, and we aim to close the fund in mid-April. Thanks, and see you all next week.